which means you need to have your list with you everywhere you go. If you go to meet someone and have a meeting maybe over lunch to talk with them about a new opportunity and you have nothing to write on and you're in a restaurant, what are you going to write on? Napkins. Have you ever written on your hand? The original Palm Pilot, I always call that. Sticky notes. How many of you have sticky notes everywhere? So you have to have one system that is always with you, that is handy, that is always available, so that your brain trusts every time you think of something, you are going to have one place to capture it. They say now that workers have what is called obsessive compulsive email disorder. Have you heard this? Seriously, this is the newest OCD. Email obsessive compulsive disorder. You remember Pavlov? Do you remember the experiments with Pavlov where he would ring a bell when he gave the dog a treat and the dog would salivate, and pretty soon he could just ring the bell and the dog would salivate, right? Because it was a learned response. So they say that email is very similar to Pavlov for today's workers. No matter what you're doing, right? You're trying to work on a document and you get a ding, you're like, yeah, you gotta check it, and you just can't help it. It's become so compulsive and so compelling that it almost has an addictive nature. So we have this sickness of busyness, almost like the busier you are and the more blue streaks of unavailability you have in your calendar, the more important you are. People compete about how little they slept. Oh, I didn't get any sleep last night. Oh, I haven't slept since first grade. Oh, everybody just, it's somehow this badge of honor, how busy people are, but that's of course not the real key.
It means not multitasking. If you're supposed to be finishing that project, that report summary by noon, and it's 8 o'clock now, a lot of people get in there and say, okay, let's see, I'm gonna start that report. No, need a latte to get me going. Go to Starbucks, get a latte, come back. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, meeting notes. They're in here somewhere. Oh, look, here's the supply order. Oh, forgot to fax that. Better go do that right now. Here, fax the supply order, back over here. Where was I? Oh yeah, meeting. Where? Okay, here's my meeting notes. Oh, it doesn't have those stats. I should check my email, because Karen emailed the report from the meeting last week. They'll be there. Let's see where. Oh, 8 new messages. I should check them. Where was I? Oh, good, meeting notes. Okay, oh, here they are. Oh, look at that. She doesn't have the statistics in there. I'll just call her and say, hi, Karen, you know, what? Oh, tickets for the show. You're kidding. How did you get those? What time? Oh, 4 o'clock? I'd love to. Oh, thank you. I'll see you then. Okay. Oh, dude, stats for the meeting. Oh, voicemail. Gee, I'm going to do it myself. Calculator. Oh, my gosh, look at this drawer. This is a mess. Can't find anything. I should clean it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, John, hi. It's 12. Oh, time for the meeting? Oh, I just seem to get anything done today. I just don't know what's going on. Does that look familiar?
Every time you are working on something and you get a thought, I need to, don't do it. How many of you in here are list makers? The list makers. You already know if you go to the grocery store without a list, what's going to happen? You're going to forget something, and you forget it at exactly the wrong time, like when you go, toilet paper. Like, you know, it's really inconvenient times that we remember these things. Now, you know that if you write it down, you, in essence, are able to forget about it, true? Scientists call this process resolution. When you write something down, your brain actually thinks you did it. Isn't that cool? Just write everything down. So when you think of something, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Pause, write it down in the right place, whether it's a planner, Outlook, a notebook, however you're doing your to-do list. Go right back to what you're working on. You get a thought, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Turn, write it down, go right back to what you're working on. You might have 7 things that you write down as you're trying to finish this one task. And when this is done, now you have these other things that you can remember. I was working with Allison Transmission, the VP there, asked an analyst in finance for a figure to put in his PowerPoint presentation. The analyst went away, got the number, came back, and it was like to the 7th decimal place. I mean, it was correct, if you know what I mean. And the VP said, holy cow, that's amazing. How long did it take you to come up with that figure? And the analyst said 5 hours, proudly. And the VP almost fell over. He said, I was just looking for plus or minus $1 million. Now, whose fault is this? Is it true that one person could work a 4-hour day and another person could work an 8-hour day? Could the 4-hour-a-day person be more productive than the 8-hour-a-day person? Okay, you know this to be true because it doesn't matter how long you were there, does it? It only matters what you were able to produce. See, you have to detach your sense of accomplishment from numbers. It doesn't matter how many things you do, it only matters the value, the output, the results, the performance, the profitability that's going to land on your business. Ultimately, we have to figure out, instead of working 50, 60, 70, 80-hour weeks and continually throwing more time at it, how are we going to be more efficient, get the maximum results that we can get, but do it in the minimum amount of time so that we can get out of there?